Hello everyone, it is Micah back with another recap from FanFest 2021, and this time we're going to be looking at the live letter from the producer that happened just last night. Now, this live letter did not tell us anything about the new expansion Endwalker. Instead, they focused on the next patch, 5.55, which will go live next Tuesday, May 25th. This will be the last major update prior to Endwalker, and will bring with it the final chapters to the Shadowbringers main scenario questline. But outside of the main scenario, there will be a few updates incoming. The big one being the final chapters to Save the Queen. So if you have yet to finish this quite good story, you have about another week to push through before the finale. But what will be included in the update to Save the Queen? Well, being the final chapter, the story will of course be coming to an end. That story will also have multiple paths that you can take on the road to its end. Yoshida said that there will be decisions that you need to make that will affect the story, as well as decisions you need to make later on. So if you have alts, you may want to take them on a different path just to see something a little different. When it comes to battle content, a new field will open, this one called Zadnor, a zone that is right on the border with occupied Dalmasca, and it's here that the 4th Imperial Legion will be making their last stand. Resistance rank will be going from 15 to 25, with a system that is similar to Final Fantasy XI's merit system after, where you're able to collect proofs of metal and then exchange those for what they are calling honors. There will be 3 different kinds of honors. Fortitude, which will increase your max HP, Valor, which will increase your DPS, and Succor, which will increase your healing potency. Now, you can apparently increase all of them, but they said that doing so is going to be quite a painful grind, and we have 6 months until Endwalkers, so pace yourself. Zadnor itself will have a slew of new skirmishes and critical engagements, as well as brand new solo challenges. There will also be a new set of gear, a new mount, and a bunch of outdoor furnishings available as rewards. Then at the conclusion of Save the Queen, another large-scale critical engagement will open called Del Riata, a 48-man raid. After opening Zadnor, the final steps of the resistance weapons will also unlock. These weapons will be eye level 535, equal to those of Eden's Promise Savage, but their stats will be better, making them the most powerful weapon in Shadowbringers. The first weapon you complete, according to Yoshida, will be tough, but subsequent weapons should be much easier as you're able to skip parts of the upgrade process, which I assume is going to be like the previous quests where you had to gather 18 drops from 2 different zones or raids, and collecting those 36 drops was a bit of a pain in the backside that caused quite an uproar, as we were not warned beforehand that they were only a one-time requirement. The other big thing that's going to happen in this update will be the conclusion to the Yorha epilogue quests, which I think many of us, myself included, forgot about, or just don't care about. Yorha, with its very disjointed story that was lacking in a whole lot of ways, has likely been one of the most criticized pieces of content we have gotten to date, and that says something. The only other thing of note are just a couple updates they were adding. First, there will be rewards put in place for those who have earned every single Triple Triad card in the game up until patch 5.5. And now when you're desynthing primal weapons, all weapons will have a chance at dropping the items that are required to make the craftable, more flashy versions of those weapons. Apparently, this was a thing for some of the primal weapons, but not all of them. And they changed the system so that all weapons were included. Yoshida said that if you're desynthing weapons and you're still not getting the crafting materials, to submit a bug report so they can look into it, but it should be working just fine. I do want to note here that the crafting items are not 100% drop whenever you desynth. They are just added to the list of possible items you can get during desynth. The final thing he talked about was the official PlayStation 5 release, which coincides with patch 5.5 on May 25th. So if you have a PS5, you can finally transfer over and begin using it to play with all the enhanced UI, new trophies, and everything else that comes along with it. But that was all there really was for new information about patch 5.55. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, be sure to drop me a like and subscribe for more, if you want, of course, no pressure. And I will be coming at you here soon with an announcement of my own. What will that be? Well, if you follow me on social media, you probably already know. But if you don't and you want to, my Twitter is linked in the description. Now, before I go, I do want to say one final thing here. It was just revealed at the conclusion of FanFest that Soken, the man behind the music, was diagnosed with cancer last year and spent most of 2020 in the hospital. But during that time, he continued to work, and he said that it was us, the players, and our reactions to the scores he wrote that kept him going through those tough times. So I just wanted to say that we're all here for you, Soken. And I hope that when it comes to the next FanFest, that I am able to meet you in person and shake your hand. We are all here for you. Anyway, before I get emotional, I'm going to end this. So as per the usual, it has been a hoot. Until next time, have fun.